This video is sponsored by you. Get our all-in-one bundle and unlock over 2.4 terabytes of high-quality sounds. Use the code F2S5 to save $5. And thanks for supporting what we do.
Welcome back to 3D Sounds and welcome to Perth. Before we start listening to the sounds that we have recorded with this AB set in Singapore, let me just explain you exactly what the components are and also how much I paid for everything. None of this video is sponsored. We purchased almost all of the gear except the TASCAM FR AV2. And if you're interested in just this recorder, we already made a dedicated video about this recorder that you can check out right after you watched this video. Now when it comes to AB sets, there's nothing new, and this one here, Colin Hunter made a video about a similar one almost 10 years ago. And if things are good 10 years ago, then they're also good now, today, especially when it comes to microphones and audio recording techniques. And the only thing that I also have changed is I'm not using a light stand anymore. I do have it, but I have the Ulanzi, Libby, help me really quick. Zero Y, brand new. We just bought it. It's around $300, and I think using it with the AB set and also with my new Pianissimo from Sinella, I have way more stability when it comes to windy situation. And what microphones I'm using, wow, beautiful sound. Did you hear that? I'm using a DPA 4060, and these microphones are almost 7 years old. I bought them back in 2018 in Singapore, and I still use them. This is a discreet, and I find that from the size and the sound quality is still one of the best omnidirectional microphones that you can find when it comes to field recording. They're not as cheap as, for example, the Uji Pro, and there are also, of course, many other companies already out there that producing omnidirectional microphone that you can put on top of the AB set that some people have. But here we have that option that we can move that arm around. I picked this one up at Lazada in Thailand, and I only paid $15. I found it on Amazon. The reviews aren't great, and it's about $30. But I still think that when you use a tripod, for example, then you don't have to screw it on the plate. You know, it already comes with the plate that you can easily attach to any tripod. Now when I look at this tripod, and it was really windy today, we already did a few recordings, I can also adjust the tripod, put it in a little bit, and then it gives you just so much more stability than, for example, a light stand that we also have from Ulanzi. And then if it's now windy, then you can use it that way. Sounds beautiful. What we're going to do in just a little bit is we're going to record these sounds. Now what I don't have anymore is, if you, for example, buy the DPA 4060, they come with kind of like rubber plate that you can attach the cable to it. And when you watch the video from Colin Hunter, which I will link for you in the video, then you will see that he actually glued them on top of the arms here at the end. And here we can also adjust the arm, we can rotate, we can move it inwards, outwards. But yeah, the arm itself is a little fragile, so I wouldn't just go around. But then later when you pack it up, you can also do it like this. It's super light together with the DPA. Fantastic. So what I'm doing is, because I told you that I don't have these clips anymore, I use Bluetech. Just like back in 2018, I used them with the DPAs, and I also use them with the Uji Pro. I really like using Bluetech. I also use it with my contact microphone, and all I need to do is I just plug it in here left and right. What I don't do here, what Colin did, is he still used a suspension kit for underneath. I tried it out, but it's a little too much movement in my opinion. And maybe with the Bluetech we can already get a little bit of absorption when it comes to movements, but we don't hear anything of that. So both options are great. So if you want to have a suspension in between, then of course you can do that. So let me just show you really quick how I use it with the Bluetech. So here we have the Bluetech. Also, let me know in the comments down below if you want me to make an update video about my new wind protection, the Sinella that I use for my Schoeps microphone. Just let me know in the comments down below, and I'm really happy to do that. So now let's attach the DPA 4060. And later what you can do is, if you have cables that are too long, you have this part here. And then if you want to have a really nice system, then you can have the cables in here, sticking out. You can plug it up here, and then you don't have that cable salad. In German we say Kabelsalat, when you have all the nuts in the cable. And with DPAs, that happens to me all the time. But that's the trade-off when you have such a thin cables. But still, one of my favorite microphones, DPA 4060. Oh, look at the 3 crows over there. They're probably really curious about what are we doing here. Oh my God, Livy's right behind you. He's like, what are you doing? Oh. Right now it is April, and the weather in Perth is absolutely amazing. It's a little windy, it's not too hot, it's really fresh air here to breathe. People are very nice to us. So if you're ever thinking about going to Australia, and you think maybe not starting in Sydney or Melbourne, Perth is fantastic. This is the right side. May doesn't look so pretty, but it does the job. Now all we need to do is we just spin it around. Whoop. All right, so before we listen to the sounds of Singapore, how about we listen first to the sound here at the King's Garden in Perth. I get my headphones ready. If there's anything that I haven't explained, just let me know in the comments down below, and I'm happy to answer any of your questions. So everything is set up. Starting the recording now. And now let's listen to some sound samples from Singapore, and then I see you right back here. Now we just had a really nice rain shower, so we can still hear the rain dripping from the roof into the water. And now what we're doing is we're going to listen to both recording devices, the TASCAM with the DPA and the Sony PCM D100, and then let's see what the difference is. Now what we're recording here is a massive soundscape. So we have the water here in front of us, the ocean behind us, then the Singapore Flyer, Marina Basin, Garden by the Bay. Over there is another construction. So there's a lot going on. So how about we listen to both recording devices. First we start here with the DPA, and then we're switching over to the Sony PCM D100, and I have the microphone position wide open. right, let me know what you think about both recording devices. Also, one reason why I love using the DPA 4060, especially here in Singapore, is because of the humidity. It is very humid down here in Singapore, and having DPAs, I never faced any issues. And also with the PCM D100, they're both devices that are totally safe to use in high humidity. Now, using the TASCAM right now without the protection is questionable, so I try to find a bag that I could put in with a dry bag so that I can dissolve this problem if I want to use this recorder longer in high humidity situations. So how about we just have a listen really quick. And what we're doing is, first we listen how I position the microphones forward, and then what we're doing is we just like our ears, I'm gonna face them the other way, and then let's see if we can hear a difference. How about I get my headphones and then we have a listen together. Now we're listening to the DPA 4060 facing forward, omnidirectional microphones. And also what I'm going to do is, after we listen for the first 20 seconds, I just step away a little bit, and then you can listen to the footsteps here on that ground. Let's go. Now I'm walking away. And I'm probably sure you can still hear my footsteps. Now I'm coming closer again. All right. And now what I do is I just face the left and right outward. As you can see, now we're facing forward. Now we're gonna move it to the other direction. I don't have anything in between, but let's see if you can hear a difference or not. Let me know. Now we're facing the microphones outward. You don't really hear a big difference since the omnidirectional microphone, but let me know if you hear anything other than before. All right, and we made it up to Mount Faber. It is very humid, and as you can hear, the cicadas are out. But how does it sound like when we're listening with the DPA 4060? Let's have a listen. I know that most of you who watch our videos are interested in gear, but maybe you're also interested in sound, in the sound recordings that we have and that we provide. Because if you look in the description, there is a link that gets you to our all-in-one bundle. And right now we have about 2.4 terabyte of sound recordings. I also updated the metadata. We updated all the website. We have a new branding, new logo, all these things. So if you're interested in supporting us and you need sounds, have a look at it. Link is in the description down below. And we are back in Perth. I can already see the mosquitoes coming out. Libby already has 2 more mosquitoes on her arm. I hope you enjoyed coming along with us, showing you the sounds and listening to the sounds of Singapore. And if you are on a hunt for a travel-friendly alternative, a B-set alternative, then I really hope that I could show you a solution that I personally use. Now, if you want to support us, feel free to check out our all-in-one bundle. There's a link in the description, and then you can find many, many sounds, including the one that we have recorded in Singapore and also all around Australia. So thank you so much for watching, and we can't wait to see you in our next video.